welcome back to the vlog. I am exhausted, but we have some work to do. I just got the Mach 1 back from Classic Speed and we had some adjustments to the tune of the car. For those of you wondering, yes, I'm carrying a fire extinguisher. I'm not sponsored. We're supposed to do a deal with this company, but it fell out because I was delayed in making video. But we're in the Mach 1 now so that we can go to the Motul flagship store to finally do a final dyno tune on this car. If you guys follow the channel, I brought this car to Motul flagship store last time. We tried to do a dyno tune with RWB Noah and we couldn't get it done because the throttle blades weren't opening at 100%. But now we got the throttle blades to open again at 100%, so now we're on the way back to get the final power figures for this car. And we also softened the rear suspension so that it's a little more compliant with Manila roads and EDSA roads. But the aircon feels like it's exited the chat group. So I wanted to give you an interesting fact. At the back end of the channel, 70% of you do not subscribe, which means technically we should be at 1 million subs already if everyone did subscribe. But I understand why people don't want to subscribe. But it's free, you can cancel anytime, and it helps make the channel better because it allows us to invite people on the channel, which would mean better content for you guys, and obviously meeting industry players. When there's something about having 1 million subs that make people want to look at you now or more interested to work with you. So collaborative effects of having lots of subs makes a big difference. It is so hot. It's only 9 in the morning and I'm sweating already. The window's open. There is no AC. I don't know what happened. When I parked the car, the AC was working. One of those days. It's gonna be a long Friday for sure. The traffic hopefully isn't so bad yet because it's so early, but Christmas traffic has always been insane. And even yesterday, I left Rockwell to go to Evangelista and that took me a whole hour. Look at this idiot. From right to left. Good job. One of the most favorite things that I love about this car is it sounds amazing. The ITP system along with the exhaust that Classic Speed made, it just sounds like none other Mustang. Now, I thought this Mach 1 was fast already, thinking that we were maximizing this Roush 5.0 Coyote motor. But imagine that we weren't even getting 100% pitch on the throttle blade. The throttle blade is what sits inside the throttle body, and that's basically opening only till 60 or 70%. It's because we tried to soften the throttle pedal, which meant we were messing around with the pulleys that were articulating the throttle blade, but we had to put back the original one, and now we're getting full opening. Full opening basically means that the hole where the air comes in has the least resistance, and the throttle blade sits at a 90-degree or perpendicular angle to the wall so that the airflow can go into the motor. And I'm excited because the last time we dyno tuned this car, it was only like 300 horsepower, which doesn't make sense because this engine is rated to 500 crank horsepower, which means we should be pushing roughly about 420 at the wheels. So excited to see the numbers Chino gets. I messaged Jules already saying I have no AC. My AC has left the chat. Hopefully they can put some Freon in the car just so that I can get home later. And if we have time this afternoon, we're gonna go check out the 458 GT3. We decided to do the internet trend and mount some Christmas lights on the car, and it looked good already on our preliminary test. And I had to buy more lights because I wasn't happy with the coverage for the rear, so we're gonna add more of that. One thing I really like about this car is how Classic Speed tuned the exhaust. It's not so obnoxious, yet it has this beautiful tone. Unlike the modern Mustangs where most of them that I hear are just loud and obnoxious, this one's very classy, and it's still running the same Coyote motor as the modern Mustang. Today should be a quick tune because Chino is already able to do the base map for this car. We are running properly. Drop down the first gear. We can't do a wide open throttle yet because it's misfiring. is sweating already. Imagine in the 70s they had no AC and literally sticking your hand out to get some air is all you can do to cool down. Thank God the sun is not so hot today. It is December already and it's supposed to get cooler, but it does feel hot on some days, but right now it's still early. Muscle. Hello, Mr. Week. I always get lost when I go to the Motul flagship store. I never seem to always just get it in one go. We are turning right on E. Rodriguez. Back here in Banawe, one street away. We've now arrived at the Motul flagship store. We're a little early because it skipped traffic and we have to mount the car, and look, a Shelby. That's a nice color for a GT500 or a GT350. I don't even know what numbers these are. Beautiful Ferrari Pista. I have a GTR over here. I love that color. Let's zoom in. I wonder how much power that made. That's like 600 plus horsepower. So Mead. Looks like Chino's gonna be late, about 10:20. So we have time to mount the car, check the AC, why it's not working, and figure out what else needs to be done to this car. But I also haven't serviced this car in ages, so gotta do that soon. It's just that we don't use the car, it's been under repair, and wow, Motul flagship store is jam-packed. Let's get a sound check. What is up with the double wing? That is a double wing on... okay, the wing is deployed. The wing should be disabled so that the other wing doesn't deploy. Got it, got it. Okay, checking why our AC... Put the car on the alignment rack first because I want to check the front settings now. The rear of the classic Mustang, it's just like this Mustang. It's a solid rear axle. Oh wait, I think this is a multi-link now. The older generation Mustang is a solid rear axle. So we want to check the front toe to make sure that it's not towed out because that's why it could feel darty. So we're going to do a quick check now. And visually, I feel like it's towed out. But that's just my eyes, which normally is correct. Now, this is a monster motor. It's a supercharged out of the factory. Super Snake should be pushing around 650 if I'm not mistaken, but this is the base block that we're using in our car. And this probably weighs way more than our car because of all the modern amenities. And this is paint. Oh no, it's a wrap. Quick alignment setting. Based on my visual, the right side is towed out and then the left side is towed in. So we'll do a quick reference. Nothing to adjust in the rear. So hopefully the rear is straight. I've always had this weird feeling on the highway that the car is very darty. When I mean that it's darty at speed, just the lightest corrections in the steering wheel changes the car's behavior and lane. So when you just want to chill on the highway and cruise and then, you know, relax your hand on the steering wheel, I can't seem to do that because the car is wandering. So we're going to add some toe in, very slight toe in to calm down the front end of this car. A few reasons also is that the tires in front are very wide compared to the original, or the alignment settings are off. So we're going to verify my theory now. And I think we can confirm the visual inspection. The car's going up now so we can check for adjustments. But based off this is towed out considerably. This is slightly towed out and our camber is at the brink of going positive. So we're going to do a quick adjustment now. As you can see, it's towed out and then this one also is towed out. Here we're in spec, but we actually want to go a little more negative, and here we're out of spec. So camber and toe will fix our dartiness. Just like a classic car, we don't have much adjustment. All we can do is hit the toe. There's no camber adjustment. We have to put shims on the upper arm or remove shims from the upper arm to get more camber. But for now, the toe is definitely a reason why we're feeling darty on the highway. So we're gonna tow it in just that very slightly. All right, boys figured it out. And we have a new alignment setting for the front, towed in already. And the camber actually followed a little, so that's good. Excited to get back on the road after the dyno. Now we're gonna look for why the fuel is smelling. think we found the issue with the fuel smell. The fuel cap door doesn't feel like it's sitting well with the fuel filler spot. So we're gonna check that when we have time. But for now, Chino's back in the car. He's pulled out the old dyno sheet and we only had 300 horsepower. How shameful. So again, hopefully my guess 420. That would be ideal. 400, 410, that would be cool too. That's like 100 more horsepower than what we had before. Everything is set. Way more power than before. 367. 67 more horsepower than before on the first pull. That is pretty solid. Okay guys, that's it. I think we were looking online and 380 might be our magic number. Okay, car starting, that's a good sign. This will be your last pull to check if our numbers are correct. Okay, so 382 when pulled. That's it. It's 382, 338 torque. Chino was saying when he tunes the Gen 1 Mustangs, he gets roughly 380, but the sound, because they're using the 3-inch exhaust, is like the really loud, obnoxious sound that I don't like from the Mustang. So at least with this, you're getting the induction noise, you're getting 380 wheel horsepower, and it's just classy. It sounds good, and I can't wait to drive it on the road. Right now, we're gonna go get the aircon check. Let's go say hi to Jules if he's here. And then hopefully we can make it back before the traffic gets super crazy today. We're here now with Jules and we're gonna go check on the aircon. What's happening? Is that the road?
Yeah, sa road yan, sa road.
Kakagulat. I'm like, kotse ko ba isa na? Check this out, guys. This is the Evo 4 that we converted in car porn and made into a wide-body GT. It's like super OEM plus, and it's here now getting the air conditioner done also. I miss this car. This is one of my favorite builds from the old shop. RWB style, we put the rubber lips, 4G63. This was a base Evo 4, and believe it or not, this car was actually stolen long time ago. It was retrieved and stripped out, and that's why the owner wanted to upgrade it and change it up. But sadly, he doesn't use it, and I'm glad that he's reviving it a little. You can see how dirty the motor is, and this is interesting. There's 4 race seats, bucket seats for the back, and then the bucket seats for the front. Thank you to Autolane, Hendrix C, and the wife. We went out to lunch. Thank them for the speedy work, and thanks for Jules for scheduling. Now we have AC, so we can now enjoy our drive back to Flagship, drop off Jules, and then head back to Skyway to skip the traffic. Alright, pretty cool adventure today. Going to Banawe, doing the dyno tune, meeting some new friends, and then getting the air conditioner fixed. I'm so happy that the car is running. The idle is sticking just a little, like it. I don't know if you can hear it, the idle is at 2000 RPM. And I know how to bring it down, you rev it, but it's not something that should happen, and I need to look into that also. So it's already almost 2 p.m. I'm going to head back to the condo and rest. And then tomorrow we're going to check on the 458. So we're going to continue the vlog tomorrow.